So I woke up this morning and was like, yo, let me go check out some news regarding the Nintendo Switch, and surprisingly enough, I found some pretty cool stuff that I'd like to share with you guys. Now, I know some of you already know most of this, if not all of it, but this video is more geared to those who aren't really the most up to date, and I guess for those who want to hear this in the video format. So what's going on, guys? JigsawFlex here, and today I'm going to share y'all 5 awesome Nintendo Switch announcements that you may or may have not heard of. Now, the first one is really obvious. Nintendo announced today that they're going to be pushing out a new model for the standard Switch system. It's supposed to have refreshed components, a better battery life, and according to Nintendo's page, actually the old model listed that Breath of the Wild is supposed to last around 3 hours, and with this new model starting with the serial number XKW as opposed to the original's XAW, it's estimated to have around 5.5 hours on Breath of the Wild in handheld mode, which is a substantial increase. Now, I'm not too sure myself of how Nintendo is doing this, but we're most likely going to have a better CPU, maybe an updated memory, but according to Nintendo Everything, it's expected to go on sale mid-August, which is roughly a month before the Nintendo Switch Lite's release, and in my opinion, I have no desire in upgrading my Switch as of right now. I think it's great that we're getting an upgrade in general. It's kind of, I guess, the Nintendo Switch 2, or I guess the Switch Pro, but not really. But right now it doesn't justify with the extra $300 I would have to pay up front. So yeah, I'm going to switch with the original. And honestly, I don't know how this is going to stack up with the Nintendo Switch Lite, because now that we have this new model for the standard Switches, it beats the purpose of the Nintendo Switch's life's battery being better than the standards, because on Nintendo's website, yet again, the Switch Lite is supposed to last 4-ish hours on Breath of the Wild, so it really defeats the point of this whole battery competition. But as of right now, I only see the real benefit for the Switch Lite, if you want to know my opinion, is that it's going to be smaller and more marketable for kids. So yeah, that's my whole take with this. I think that the whole Nintendo Switch upgrade is great for people who don't have a Switch right now, and I guess for the really avid gamers that want to have a better Switch can definitely buy an extra one, but for me personally, I'm fine with what I have right now. In terms of software, Nintendo announced 2 new games coming to the NES Online, Donkey Kong 3 and Wrecking Crew. I've actually never played these games before, so it's a nice addition to the software. And also, I haven't played NES Online as of recently, so I think I may pick it up again just to try out these games. However, an additional thing that was released earlier was the Rewind feature. With the press of the ZL and ZR buttons, you can now go back to whatever frame, or I guess timestamp, whatever you want to call it, you want instead of starting a level all over again. Now, yeah, you can call this cheating, but I think it's a pretty good feature. I find myself pretty impatient nowadays to wait to respawn, so this can definitely come in handy. It's honestly like save stating, but with a bit more freedom to choose how far back or forward you want. So personally, I think this feature may help more people to play NES Online. Oh, and by the way, shout out to that one guy that has been waiting for years for Donkey Kong 3 to be on the Switch. It's pretty funny. Moving on, but in the same topic of software, Luigis Mansion 3 finally has a release date, which is October 31st, 2019. This is another awesome announcement. We finally have a release date on a game that I'm hyped up for. Super glad it's going to be Halloween 2019. It couldn't honestly be better. It's actually perfect timing. I can already imagine there will be some cool promotional items happening in the next couple of months or whatever. Seriously, Nintendo can do a lot of marketing for this game, and I'm just super glad it's coming out at this time. If you want to know how hyped I am for this game, be sure to click the card above. I did a discussion with a friend just a couple of days ago. So yeah, we also discussed how it would be amazing to see this game come out Halloween, and well, it happened. Like I said, it deserves a lot of recognition, especially after seeing how hard Next Level has been working with Nintendo. So maybe we'll see some cool stuff just like in the 3DS Luigi's Mansion remake that came out last year, where you got a Boo Light, a Luigi hat whenever you pre-ordered, whatsoever. So since that happened, maybe we'll see even a new set of Joy-Cons to go along with the game, like a green and orange theme to match with the logo. That would be super cool. And speaking of Joy-Cons, new Joycon colors are coming, guys. Whew, okay, so we have this royal blue and yellow variant, but the more I guess cooler version is this amazing purple and orange set, which I am probably going to get, honestly. I may get it, I may not. It's $80, and I'm just do I have that money? Do I really need it? It's just an aesthetic thing, but it looks amazing. I like the purple and orange. It's a good Halloween theme, so that might actually go well together with the Luigis Mansion 3 Joy-Con idea that I have. But it could be a possibility to come with like a bundle or something, and it's gonna all come out October 4th. So it's a little earlier than the game's release, but it could go well together. Super hyped for the latter color, obviously. I just love the combination. It could honestly go well with what I already have. Like, I have the neon blue and red ones, and the neon blue can go well with the orange, and then the neon red can go well with the purple, so it will honestly look good mismatched. And a lot of people have been saying that it's a mock to Waluigi, these colors, so I think it's pretty hilarious to think about, but I doubt about that one. But yeah, since we're in the topic of controllers, my last announcement for today is this 8-bit DOE controller called the SN30 Pro. Now, in case you guys never heard about 8-bit DOE, they're a fantastic third-party controller company, and they actually made the original model SN30 Pro, which looks like this. You probably have seen this before on Amazon or whatsoever, but this controller is pretty sweet. It's supposed to be a refined version of the classic Super Nintendo controllers, except it has extra features. Compared to the original, it's packed with analog sticks, motion controls, wireless capabilities, a home and screenshot button, USB Type-C charging. It's basically a modern version of the Super Nintendo. It also can connect to Windows computers, Macs, Android phones, and of course, specifically made for the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, with this Plus variant, there are handles now, which kinda, I guess, mimics the PS4 controller. That's actually one reason why I didn't buy the original. There were no handles, and I would think no handles would make my hands feel too cramped when playing, so I kinda just didn't buy it. I'm personally more into the modern styles anyway, and of course I wouldn't be complaining if I was playing on an actual Super Nintendo though, so since I would be planning on playing with this on the Switch, I would rather have handles. So yeah, I may be actually getting this controller over the Joy-Cons, we'll see, and it's only like $50 as opposed to $80 on those Joy-Cons, so this is gonna help me a lot with games like Super Mario Maker 2 and other like side-scrolling games, so I'm personally gonna be playing this more on the Switch rather than the PC itself, but it will definitely be a plus for me because I can actually, you know, play them on my computer, play this on like a thing online with friends, so that would be pretty interesting to have. And in the topic of interesting, it actually has a new software now that comes with it where players are able to customize everything about the feel of their controller. So that's going to be a fun thing to play around with when I plug this in on an actual computer. So yeah, it's actually really reasonable. The fact that it has this retro feel but also has handles, $50, has basically everything you need except the NFC reader or like HD rumble, but I don't really care about those. So yeah. Well then guys, that's it for my 5 awesome Nintendo Switch announcements as of July 17th, 2019. Again, you guys have probably heard about most of these, if not all of them. If not, awesome. Just wanted to make this video something new and different. I haven't really done a lot of Nintendo news lately in this channel, so I wanted to mix things up just because I've been doing more gameplay type videos, and that's why I did the discussion last week with my friend, because I wanted to do something a little different, not always like covering mods, gameplays, and so forth. But yeah guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy these 5 awesome Nintendo Switch announcements, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new, or if you want to see more Nintendo news in the future. I've been JigsawFlex, signing out for now. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.